great, a new leader of UKIP has now just been elected that will do absolutely nothing. Isn't this blooming great? Anne-Marie Waters was literally the only person who even had the slight hint of enthusiasm for that was throughout the party. There was so much support for her, and then suddenly this dude, who I barely even knew of, suddenly wins it. Who the hell is this guy? There had to be some sort of fudge up here. Because how much enthusiasm was there for this guy? How much enthusiasm was there for Peter Whittle? How much enthusiasm was there for Aidan Poundland, as I call him now, because he pretty much is Poundland? How much enthusiasm wasn't for them? None. And this bloody dude has now got in who nobody has even heard of. He's not going to do anything for UKIP. He's not going to be making the party radical. The next radical step other than Brexit is Islam. He's just going to turn UKIP into a one-issue party like the media think it is. He's not going to do anything like Anne-Marie was, who wants to get Brexit done, yes, but also is looking for the future as well, things like Islam and things like that. But it's not just Islam, it's other things in changing first past the post into proportional representation. This is not the only thing. Brexit is not the only thing UKIP stands for. And there's this top-down administration releasing this new logo, which nobody ever debated, with the top there, with Crowther and Oakden and Farage all sitting there going, oh, who are we going to elect now? And then it's this little dude who no one cares about. Anne-Marie Waters isn't going to be stopping this. My dad is in fact sending a message off to her to just talk about possibly setting up a new party this, because UKIP is screwed. UKIP is dead. UKIP is no longer a party now. He's going to do absolutely nothing. Support is going to go through the floor. I mean, I would take a big guess and say that probably about half the party's members will just quit. Because they were saying, I was looking at news articles and they were like, oh, saving UKIP from a massive loss of members. Well, there would have been a loss of members if this guy's elected, because there will be, because they don't want to be this guy to be running a party which isn't supposed to be a one-issue party. This is what they do not blooming get. The media won't get it because they've still got stuck in their head that it's a two-party system and it's left-wing, right-wing. They don't get that there's actually a party that wants to just make policies which are good for the country. They have to be on one side of the spectrum or the other. If they're in the centre, then no one's in the centre. This is how the media works. He's not got any spine. He doesn't stand up in front of the media. Anne-Marie Waters, what does she do? Anne-Marie Waters is actually got a backbone. She doesn't care if the media go in her face. She doesn't care if people will say, oh yeah, you're racist. She's not deterred by that. This guy, what does he do? He'll be like all the other ones, where every time something's mentioned about Brexit, when it came up with the thing of Islam, he skirted around it. At least Peter Whittle actually decided to talk about it, not on the same level as Anne-Marie Waters. But this guy, I mean, if we were thinking that Peter Whittle might have won, like as a worst-case scenario, if Anne-Marie did. But now for this bloody guy. Who is this guy? A former soldier and police officer. I've never even heard of him until like 3 days ago when I watched this video on why Anne-Marie Waters should win by this guy. I might put it in the description. I'll probably forget, like I did with the last one, which I just remembered. Oh, look at this. Of course, they have to mention what Nigel Farage has said, because they all go with Mr. Farage. They do. They all say he was the great leader that they had, and now it's all gone to the floor. Mr. Ball won 30% of the 12,915 votes cast. Look at this. 21% of the votes she got. No one had even heard of this guy. It's been Poundsland. Oh, 85%, that's loads. Jane Collins, no one really cares about. Peter Whittle, the guy who everyone thought was going to be winning if it wasn't Anne-Marie Waters. He's down in 5th. John Rhys-Evans, no one really cared about. David Curtin, no one really cared about. Anne-Marie Waters, and then blooming Bolton. There had to be some sort of stitch up here. They went and chose. Farage went and chose. He went and said, "Oh, who are we going to have next for this next leader of the party? If Nuttall's failed, or Bolton then, because that's what Farage wanted." This is the type of people that are now running UKIP, and I'm sorry, but this is going too far now. We need to set up another party with Anne-Marie Waters as the head, because she's actually going to be pushing for things that are actually changing this country, not just Brexit, because what's going to happen once Brexit's finished? Is Henry Bolton going to stand down? Is he going to say, oh, let's just close the party now because Brexit's done and dusted? This is what's going to be happening. Because Anne-Marie Waters didn't win, this is what's going on. There's going to be no connect here. Henry Bolton isn't going to do anything. He's not going to have a backbone. He's going to get called onto TV debates, and he's not going to be able to stand for his cause about what he stands for UKIP. UKIP went up and it did the whole Brexit thing. Yes, great, but now it's just gone to absolute hell. So, as I said, message Anne-Marie Waters, what I was saying about that, about how she should set up a new party, and we should set up a new party to just tackle this, because this has just gone so far. UKIP was meant to be radical, and now it's not radical. There's establishment at the top who run the party, and then there's one thing about Brexit, and that's it. This is not being radical. This is being, oh, we're just going to push the government a little bit harder than all the other parties are. That's not radical. That's not what UKIP was founded for. It wasn't founded for Brexit. Brexit was the main policy because to get things done, to get things changed, you had to do Brexit. We had to get out the EU. But Brexit is not the be-all and end-all. Anne-Marie Waters recognises, but none of these other guys, none of them at all. Don't expect to hear any of this guy. Don't expect to hear anything about UKIP, because the popularity for it will go absolutely through the floor. So just don't expect absolutely anything. Personally, there should be another party set up, because this is just ridiculous now. Because UKIP is not a party now that will be tackling key issues, because if we're censoring one of the most major issues other than Brexit, which is Islam, then this is no party which I don't want to be part of. This is no party which I want to support. So, to Henry Bolton,
you need to shut the up.